I'm willing to die for this shit. I done cried for this shit. Might take a line for this shit. Put the Bible down and go out for a knife for this shit. DOT, my enemy, won't catch a vibe for this shit. Ay.
What's up, guys? Crypto Comet coming at you with another video. I just finished a workout, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and hop right into this. I'm running off some coffee and I got my sparkling water. All right, in today's video, we are going to talk about a realistic price prediction for Kaspa for the next upcoming weeks or upcoming few days. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the chart. All right, guys, so if we look at Kaspa right now on the daily time frame, we can see that Kaspa has this descending triangle pattern, right? Now, guys, if you want a longer prediction for Kaspa, where I think it's going, check out my last video. All right, in the last video, I explained if Kaspa was a good investment, and I talked about my price prediction for the year and the price prediction I had for 2026, which was 88 cents to $2. All right, but today we're going to go ahead and talk about Kaspa within the next few days and where the price will be headed. All right, so anyway, like I was saying, as you guys can see here in the charts on the daily time frame, you can see that Kaspa has formed a descending triangle pattern. All right, now guys, with these triangle patterns, you have to remember every time they break out, doesn't matter if it's to the up or the downside, at least I would say 90 to 95% of the time they have a retest of the pattern. All right, so right now, if you guys look closely, you can see that Kaspa, right, it had a breakout pattern, right? With this breakout pattern, right, I did the measurement, right, and the measurement is showing that we could go up to potentially 8 to 10 cents within the next few days. All right, right now we're at 0.075 cents. All right, 0.075, so really it's just like 7 cents. All right, and the measurement is at exactly 0.10 cents. Okay, now guys, that is just one possible scenario, and that's if Kaspa breaks to the upside. Now, if we measure this triangle pattern again, all right, hold on a second, because seems like that's in the way. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and try to measure it again. Right, Kaspa going up to the triangle pattern going up to here. All right, and we take that same pattern, and if it were to break out to the bottom, guys, you can see that Kaspa could easily, holy shit, in the daily time frame, well, guys, we could break below the 1 cent level. All right, if Kaspa were to do that, guys, do you know how much fucking Kaspa will buy? All right, that is a serious fire sale, right? Everything is cheaper if it goes down there. Granted, I don't think it'll break past the 5 cent level, but anything is possible, and no one really knows where the markets are going. All we can do, guys, is react. All right, so if we decide to break down, which we didn't, but if we decide to come back down, Kaspa will go down likely to the 5 cent level, possibly lower than that. But as of right now, you guys can see that Kaspa has instead broken to the upside. All right, now, even though it has broken up to the upside, I have a strategy where I always trade the retest. All right, Kaspa has broken up. All right, I didn't catch the retest exactly once it hit that resistance, but if you, as you guys can see here, you see the Bollinger Bands, right? These Bollinger Bands, we've hit the top of it, which means we're likely to come back down to this bottom Bollinger Band, which could be at the 5 cent level. All right, but before we come down to that 5 cent level, you'll see that we have another support here around the the 6 cent level, or the 0.068 level. All right, so I've decided to go ahead and put in a trade to test, or to try to make up, not make up, but try to make a little money off of this retest pattern. All right, so as of right now, Kaspa is breaking down, right, to retest this triangle pattern. I do see us going to this 6 cent level, and once we hit that, we could bounce back up, or we could continue down to this 5 cent level, right around the top of the trend line of the descending triangle. Okay, so within the next few days, guys, it's likely that we're going to see Kaspa come down. All right, if you guys put in a trade, you're likely going to make a 7.77%. All right, so I'm expecting to make a little money off of that. Granted, we don't know, so I have in my stop loss. All right, I also have a conditional order in case we break to the top level. Right, if we hit this, go up to the 8-cent level, we'll see if Kaspa will go ahead and keep moving up towards that 10-cent level. Right now, I don't see that happening. All right, why do I not see that happening? Because, guys, we have a bullish cross on the MACD, right? But due to tariffs, right? Also, if you look here, we got the red in the volume, we got green, red, green, right? Usually once we hit this, the greenish starts, the volume starts to calm down. Once that volume tends to calm down, if you look at this path, the past times volume flared up and we moved up from the bullish cross. Once it calmed down, Kaspa, the MACD immediately starts moving downwards, right? Once we start hitting this lighter green volume area to the red. All right, so I could see that happening within the next few days, mind you, because we are on the daily time frame. All right, so I'm looking at this bullish cross. Yeah, it's a beautiful cross, but I like to buy in immediately at the bullish cross if I'm expecting a long or a move upwards. All right, because we've already had this bullish cross and it's gone up, I see as we might go up just a little bit more, right? But I see us turning, eventually turning down to a bearish cross. All right. And it seems so far I'm right about that, because once we had that bullish cross, right here, you can see that Kaspa, it immediately started going up to the top of the Bollinger Bands. It hit the resistance around the 0.08 cents or the 0.079 cents, right? And then it immediately started coming back down within these Bollinger Bands. So it's likely that, again, we'll come down here to this resistance level, right, in the middle of the Bollinger Bands, and then we could possibly come all the way down to the top of the trend line or to the bottom of this Bollinger Band. All right, we got a few support levels in there, but again, that MACD is showing that it'll probably come down, right, and it's showing that we've hit a lot of resistance up here. All right, so guys, if I were you, I would be putting in my conditional orders in case we break up or break down. Make sure you having your stop losses at a 3 to 5%. I like to play a conservative and do a 2% because I don't like losing money. All right. So with that being said, guys, our price prediction for Kaspa within the next few days. All right. If we go up, we'll hit that 0.08 cent level to the 10 cent level, right? Or we will come down to the 0.05 cent level. Okay. All you have to do is be putting in your conditional orders if you are a trader, a position trader, or a day trader. Because we're operating on the daily time frame, it's likely that you should be looking at this from a position trader. The position traders may have the edge on this one unless you go to a shorter time frame. All right. But if you're not looking to trade, I would be considering dollar cost averaging in. All right, buying Kaspa because Kaspa has good fundamentals, guys. Had a fair launch. All right, the block DAG architecture of the coin it shows that it's great, a great decentralized asset, guys. And it's up there with Bitcoin, right? And if you like Ethereum, you could say it's up there with Ethereum. I say it all the time. If Bitcoin and Ethereum had a baby, it would be Kaspa, which is digital silver. All right, that's digital gold, Bitcoin, decentralized finance, Ethereum. Or I also like to look at Ethereum as the technological innovation of cryptocurrency, right? And then there is Kaspa, which is digital silver. All right, so again, we got a 10 cent target, 8 to 10 cent target for Kaspa if it's moving up. And if we move down in the next couple of days, we're looking at a, what level is this? This is the 0.067 cent level to the 0.056 cent level. All right. With that being said, guys, this is your realistic price prediction for Kaspa in the next few days. All right. If you want to look at a realistic price prediction for Kaspa in the long term, all right, then I suggest you guys check out my last video. All right. And that'll show up right here. All right. That being said, I'm Crypto Komet. I will catch you guys in the next video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.
I'm willing to die for this shit. I done done cried for this shit. Might take a life for this shit. Put the Bible down and go out for a knife for this shit. DOT, my enemy, won't catch a vibe for this shit. Ayy, I been stumped out in front of my mama. My daddy commissary made it to commas. Bitch, all my grandma's dead, so ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head. Ayy, 30 millions later, know the feds watching. Auntie on my telegram like be gosh. Then I don't do it for the gram, I do it for Compton. I'm willing to die for this shit, nigga. I take your fucking life for this shit, nigga. We ain't going back to broke, family selling dope. That's why you many ass rap niggas better know. If I gotta slap a pussy ass nigga, I'ma make it look sexy. If I gotta go hard on a bitch, I'ma make it look sexy.